People deluded. Yeah, Crystal Palace 2, Arsenal 2, and our winning run, while we remain undefeated, our winning run comes to an end. And yeah, man, I mean, you can't have any complaints, really and truly. I mean, going into the game, we know it's a game where we've got Liverpool next week. Ideally, we wanted to take 3 points today. Liverpool, we hope for the best, prepare for the worst sort of thing. Yeah, both sides have conceded 11 goals prior to the game. So, we've had a problem with our away form last season. It's another away test. We know we're up there for scoring the most goals in the league in general, and especially away from home. So you're just thinking more of the same. Obviously, a big talking point. Neither Monreal nor Kola would be fit today. So you saw Xhaka continue at left back. Holding, to my surprise, kept his space. So Socrates was fit enough for the bench, but not to be risked. There wasn't too many mad calls other than that. Aubameyang came back into the starting lineup with Lacazette. So yeah, Ramsey on the bench, but yeah, man. I'd say first 20 minutes actually go to Palace. I actually give Palace credit. I mean, you look at their results. I mean, sorry about results. Their fixture list. They've got us, Chelsea, I'm so sure United, and maybe somebody else. A mad doom and gloom run. So they needed to show some courage. I felt they showed courage. First and foremost, defensively and offensively, they were on point. You saw a lot of men behind the ball. You saw even Zaha behind the ball. Offensively, they were flying men forward in patches. Don't get me wrong, they let themselves down for the 2 goals they conceded and in patches throughout the whole game. But I felt they were at it. I felt Zaha was inspired. Literally in the second or third minute, he told us what he's on. You were seeing this little, just the way he evades challenges, and it feels like there's 3 or 4 people next to him, and he just gets away with it. So yeah, if I remember correctly, we were lucky not to even concede in the 14th, 15th minute. They had a quick fire double opportunities. Townsend probably kicking himself he didn't score, and obviously Zaha hit the post. But other than that, on our end, I felt I wouldn't say we were playing appalling. It felt like we needed to wake up a bit. I didn't feel the attackers. The ball was quite sticking. I felt throughout the whole game the counter attack was on against Crystal Palace, but the final ball wasn't quite there. I felt Bellerin. It's sad that he came off injured at half time, but I felt he was actually doing all right to the task of Crystal Palace. They were clearly trying to get balls in behind both fullbacks, especially Xhaka, and expose that. We knew what to expect. We know that the threat comes from out wide, but I give Palace credit, to be honest. One criticism would probably be Palace being in the form they're in. Wayne Hennessy didn't have much to do in the first half. In fact, the whole game, but specifically on the first half, he didn't have much to do. Like I said at the beginning, we're one of the most prolific scorers away from home. They haven't been in good form. He would think prior to the game, I'm playing against either Aubameyang, Lacazette, and the rest of them that are putting in goals in the Premier League. His confidence would probably be low. At half-time, he's probably feeling on top of the world. He hasn't had too many efforts. I can remember a shot whistled over and things like that. But other than that, we're kind of riding the storm and riding our luck. And again, last season, we probably would have conceded a couple here. I have to hail up the Townsend move again. That move where them Palace man there were flicking the ball and running onto it. Wenger would have been proud of that, man. Maybe he's been in training with Hodgson. But yeah, man. I felt Bellerin was doing quite well, because when we'd having to, obviously as a fullback, shuffle across, Zaha was picking up spaces, and there wasn't much anyone could do about that. You saw Bellerin in the first half get a rush of blood as well when the ball fell to him. He probably should have scored, but it's a case of the wrong man in the wrong place. Lacazette shot wide, probably had a bit more time than he thought he had. But throughout the first half, you're just thinking the final ball isn't quite there. We're counter-attacking, and Palace deserved their goal, to be fair with you. Unfortunate circumstances with the penalty. I don't know. Can I even remember rightly? It's Mustafi, right? Mustafi came crashing down and completely wiped out his man. To be fair, there's no complaints. Like it's a penalty, and one criticism could probably be at least one of the goals, if I remember rightly. One of the goals, maybe the second if I watch it again, but definitely one of the goals, it could have been avoided if we cleared our lines. And I'm not pointing the blame at Leno, but as a keeper, you're the eyes and ears. Mustafi's a German speaker, so it can't be a communication issue. Surely you have to clear your lines and get out. As soon as someone clears it, get out. Instead, we're scrambling. And if Mustafi gets out and the rest, not even just him, the rest of the back 4 or 5 get out or just clear our lines, my man's offside, then it's not even a thing. But maybe I'm clutching at straws. Either way, smashed it home, and we go into half-time 1-0. Second half, in fact, even at half-time, I'm thinking, you can't... Palace deserved, for me, I can't have any complaints. I don't feel we're playing appalling. I feel we need to wake up. We had a stage in the first half where we woke up probably around the 25th minute mark, but we're not doing enough. We're not getting our front men involved. When they are on there, collectively between them, the final ball just isn't quite good enough. Palace really just fighting for the fans, fighting to score a first goal, and they've got it. I've already mentioned the point about how we're good at scoring away from home, but yeah, we just need to raise it several levels. And like I said in midweek against Sporting Lisbon, that you probably could feel an air of complacency within our game. But credit to the lads. Second half, I felt we came out inspired. We put Palace under pressure. They were probably a bit scared and a bit nervous as they got tired, and they started to go into old habits. And we came close in the 48th minute or so. Obviously, Milicevic, I can't even say his name, the person who scored the penalty of Crystal Palace, forgive me, he became a villain for a second because he gave away a free kick, which could have been avoided between, I think it was Van Aanholt and a couple others. They could have avoided the whole incident, but unfortunately Torreira's brought down. And Xhaka, you're looking at it, this is exactly why you're told as a young footballer to put balls into certain areas, because the keeper might miss it or someone gets a tap. So lovely free kick. Of course he's not aiming for goal. He's aiming for goal in the sense that he's trying to put it far post and someone gets a knock on it. Maybe Hennessy could do better, I don't know. But either way, it's 1-1 and it's a quick fire equaliser for us in certain circumstances that probably wouldn't have happened last year. So we're doing our thing. Another set piece with Xhaka's involved, obviously from the corner. We then go 2-1 in front. Aubameyang gets something on it. At this point, Lacazette, allegedly people are saying Lacazette handballed it. People, in the words of Wenger the father, I didn't see it. I'll have to watch it again. I don't know if he handballed it or if he did anything. I don't know. Banter aside, people, yeah, man. And we got a bit fortunate. I felt a couple of decisions were going our way. Don't get it twisted. I felt the ref was a bit consistently inconsistent, because both sides could feel an injustice in stages, especially Palace. But yeah, it's 2-1 at this point, and you're thinking, I even tweeted it, man, you people saw me, I said there's another goal in this for either side, because it's a bit too open for me. I feel our midfield were compact. I can't even put the right word on it. It just felt like we was going to concede again, or someone was going to concede another goal. Zaha is inspired today. I felt he had a very good performance. Palace's midfield was committed. I just felt we were, at times, the line was a bit too high. I felt Lichtsteiner did quite well in some incidences, but appalling in others. I did like how clearly Unai Emery told people to kick Zaha out of this game, especially in the second half, because we were frustrating him, to be honest. And to be honest, I can't blame him, because he wasn't getting a lot of decisions. He played for the penalty that ultimately led to the penalty taker score in the second. He played for it, of course, people, but he even played for the one that Lichtsteiner got a penalty, got a free kick for. He conceded a free kick. He went down. I can't blame him, because when he was getting kicked and tried to stay onto his feet, you guys know I'm an Arsenal fan, but I keep it fair. The ref weren't giving it to him, so naturally you've got to play it smart. And we let ourselves. Xhaka's obviously not a defender. No excuses, because you shouldn't do that. You should know against Zaha. You probably brief, keep it. Don't dive in. But natural tendencies of a midfielder is to put a foot out. Zaha plays for it. Obviously, that's what happens, and it's 2-2. And on one hand, because we conceded and had to chase the game, and we could have lost this, you can be grateful. But on the other hand, having got ourselves back into the game and having 3 points, to drop 2 is gutting. But for me, I told you guys, people said I was negative. I told you, look, going to Selhurst Park for me is a tough one. I told you, look, this isn't an easy game. It's a difficult one, because you got when you consider we've got Liverpool next, and that goes either way. It could be potentially be a lot of valuable 3 points, a lot of points dropped in my opinion. But it is what it is. There's been many a times within this straight winning run prior to this game, that we probably should have drawn games that we got 3 points in. But that's the balance, man. You can't have it always. I don't think we should exaggerate and get excited. It's still a great run of 11 wins and 1 draw. Even if we lose next week as well, it still be 11 wins, 1 draw. So keep faith, don't start panicking. But all we can do is look to Liverpool and try and get something out of that game. Because I still think Liverpool are playing very well, but I still think it's scary, because a lot of their attackers can go up several gears for me individually. But it is what it is. We shot ourselves in the foot ultimately. Lacazette lost the ball for the second. Defensively, we let ourselves down. We failed to clear our lines, and it is what it is. But it's the balance of things. Zaha played for the penalty and it shouldn't have been one, but Lacazette's obviously involved in a handball incident. I didn't see it, people. So it's the balance of things. I felt you could have been sent off, but people probably feel a couple of our players that were on yellows or a certain Swiss right back would have. But it is what it is, man. And all I can actually have to just credit Palace, to be honest. It was a committed performance. It would have been, not that I care, 'cause I'm an Arsenal fan, but it would have been harsh if they walked away without something, because they definitely worked hard for something out of that game, and on another day they win. But so yeah, for them, they got a goal at Selhurst Park. It's only a point, but that can galvanise them, because they've got a mad run against some other top 6 people. But it is what it is. For us, it's 2 points dropped when you consider Liverpool. It's a bit peak, but it is what it is, man. And we go again tomorrow whenever the boys return to training. But for now, people deluded. Crystal Palace 2, Arsenal 2. I'm out.